before. We are so excited about this amazing opportunity to get together with all of you, with your families, with your friends, and with your loved ones. This is a big one, guys. This is a big day. We have a very, very special program today, and I can assure you that at the end of today, at the end of this amazing opportunity that you're going to share with us today, you are going to learn the ins and outs and the secrets to creating breakthrough in your business. That's why I call it the Breakthrough Monday. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to be a part of this amazing opportunity. We are changing lives, guys. We are being impactful. We are transforming communities, and we are transforming countries. So you are part of something really special, because you have the opportunity to hear from somebody who is truly special to all of us here. And but before we get started, I want to invite our top leaders, members of our leadership council here in the United States of America, individuals and a family that provides amazing and excellent leadership to all of us company-wide, globally. So it is my honor and privilege to invite the guests. The guests are amazing. They have been in the business for as long as the company has been, and they have created a lot of champions. So it is an honor for me to invite the guests, John and Tressa Getz. Please, John and Tressa Getz, go ahead, please. Charles, can we unmute John and Tressa Getz, please? All right.
There we go. Now we're unmuted. Thank you so much, Charles. Hey, good evening, Africa. Good evening to everybody. Thank you, Ben, for letting John and I say hello. I got to tell you, I have been waiting. I'm sitting on the edge of my seat with pen and paper in hand to take notes to hear Moses train. I mean, like, we are so excited. You guys, success leaves clues, right? So follow the tracks. And so we are so excited, you know, Ben, Charles, John, and I learn something every single time we hop on these Zooms. So we love to be here and learn from all of you. You guys have been with Pure over 9.5 years. It is an amazing opportunity, it is an amazing company. And when you have leaders breaking ground, you know, making the trails for all of you, all you got to do is follow in their footsteps. So John, go ahead.
And I just want to throw this out. We're so excited about Kenya, Ben. I'm telling you, we're chopping at the bit. So yes, Moses, we're excited to hear you today. We're taking notes, and we're going to grab some stuff for us too. So thank you, Moses, for sharing your expertise.
And thank you, Ben and Charles, for everything you guys do. You really laid the groundwork for everybody in Africa to have this opportunity. We want you to know that your hard work, all the hours put in, all the sacrifices you guys are making does not go unnoticed. So thanks for letting us share.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, and we do appreciate everything. Yes, some good news. Kenya, we got the bank account all set up. Cameroon, the bank account is all set up. I mean, guys, we are moving and moving quickly. We are changing lives and impacting lives all across the continent. So thanks, John and Tressa Getz, for your leadership, for your influence, and all of that. Hey, guys, like I said, we have a big one today. We have Moses, our first Chairman Black Diamond, who's joining us today, who's training today. You know, Moses is such an amazing young man. I can call him young man because I knew Moses when he was a university student. So yes, I'm a little old, that's correct. But I knew Moses when he was really young, and I remember we were building together, and here we are today creating impact from all across Africa. I mean, this is a young man who has gone out to really, really build systems and teams and strategies that could change lives and could impact communities and nations. As a matter of fact, Moses is writing a book. I cannot wait to read that book as well. But it is my honor, it is a privilege for me to invite our speaker today, Chairman Black Diamond, the first Chairman Black Diamond in Africa. I mean, it is just so big. I mean, oftentimes it takes years to be able to reach these ranks, but Moses has done this in technically about 9 months, because, you know, we didn't really have products in Nigeria and until about really 9 months ago. So we are just so honored and so blessed to have the leadership of Moses. And what I want to do is we want to give Moses the opportunity to offer his trainings that he has for today. but that's not going to be it. We're going to ask all the questions we have. We're going to ask for all the strategies that he knows. So make sure you have your questions. Make sure you have all the probing thoughts and ideas and things you want to get out of Moses, because this is the one great opportunity you have to understand how to build business in Africa. Here's the kicker for you guys. When I knew Moses as a young man, he built success. He created a successful strategy. Now he's gotten older and he's gotten even really better at it. So the fact of the matter here is that he knows something that works in this market. He understands the systems that are needed to be successful in this market. So I want you to pay attention to that, because he does really knows what to do, because he's done it before and he's doing it again. And it is my honor at this point in time to invite Moses to speak to us, to offer training to us, and to be ready to answer our questions. So Charles, please bring Moses on. So Moses, you're welcome, and we're thanking you so much for doing this. So Moses, go.
All right, good evening. Thank you, Dr. Ben. I don't know if everybody can hear me. If you can hear me, just let me know you can hear me. And thank you so much. Okay, I'm waiting for comments. Okay. I don't know, Charles, I don't know if you can share the screen of Doze. That's the only way I can share a slide. There's his laptop, so I'm trying to see how to connect that. Okay, since co-host.
So let's make Doze. You want Doze to be co-host, Moses, so that you can
Yes,
share?
I'll do that.
So, yes, okay, yeah.
All right, Charles, can you help with that, please?
Yeah, I would.
And just so you guys know, Bobby Love, our president, is going to be coming by to say hello. He wants to be a part of this success that we're having in this training. So Bobby is going to be stopping by to say hello and congratulations to Moses. So when he comes by, he's going to kind of step in and say something before he heads out. So just FYI, everybody. Thank you.
Okay, all right, thank you very much. I really appreciate. I want to say thank you. Thank you, Dr. Ben. And well, I have to do everything I have to do to make myself available for this training. But then I want to really appreciate everyone that has been. Charles is already laughing at me, but we hope to get enough value, and I hope to drop a whole lot of value that will really bless the life of a lot of persons. But I'm believing this is one super meeting that everyone should be connected to, and your leaders and your friends. So it's a great opportunity to call them in right now and say, you have to be on this call, and then you have to be here right now. The first thing I want to do on this call was, okay, for most of us just getting to know me, my name is Moses Egbiremhon, and I've always been a businessman. I always say this to people. Some other persons run away from business, but I go for business. I read Human Anatomy in the University of Port Harcourt. My major dream was to become a medical doctor, but along the line, I figured out that what I really wanted was not just to become a medical doctor, was to make money. And I've always wanted to make money, and then so I had to start looking for money. But what I was learning has to do with the human body. So the best path to money was entrepreneurship. So I had to start looking for a better way to become an entrepreneur. And graduated 2010, and ever since date, I've been chasing my dream of building a solid business. But then it has been awesome. I wasn't a fan for network marketing, like I usually say to a whole lot of persons. I felt network marketing wasn't for smart, wasn't for people like me. I felt it was for those persons who really can't figure out the way of life, and then they found themselves to become a what would I call it, in the part of network marketing. So when a lot of persons were giving me invitation, I've always turned down those invitations. But then the first time I got into network marketing fully was 2013, when I was given an invitation from by a business mentor of mine. Then I was looking up to him for everything in business. I like his drive, I love his drive. And then he told me he wants me to come check out an opportunity. And that's the person of Pastor Benga. Then when I came to that meeting, I felt like, wow, I had no intention of coming. I had no intention of joining too, but because of respect, I had to be there. But getting down there, I felt this is something I had to take a second look at. And that was a very day. For me, that day was like a turning point to me because I'm not someone who join anything. I go big with anything I want to do. I don't just make a decision. I go fully in. I'm either in or out. So when I was looking at it like, oh, why are people not taking a look at this? That was the day I knew network marketing is one of the best decisions that anyone who wants to go into entrepreneurship, you want to go into business, you want to look into getting an alternative source of income, should put in front of themselves very, very well. And for me, my journey on this path has been awesome. I've gone from different failures, errors, and all of that. But 2018 was like another funny. 2019 was really an exciting year for me because that was January. That was the day I got the call. I call it the $1 billion call from Mr. Innocent Daniel. And this time around, he called me. Funny enough, we haven't been talking for a long time. And then he gave me a call where he said, Moses, I want you to come and take a look at a fantastic company. And he said, but you don't have to join. I'm talking to you to fulfill your righteousness. And he said one word to me, I don't have to join, but I should listen. But then I was listening, and that was pure. When he was talking, I said to myself, man, I'm all in, because I saw something. A lot of persons, I don't know what they get to see, but I felt this conviction in my spirit that this is a company you're looking for. And I told him I'm in. I called him Mr. Innocent Daniel saying, let's take it gradually. You don't have to rush, Moses. And I could see that he didn't want the fact that he doesn't want it to look like he's pushing me or I'm rushing into decision. But he told me I should take my time and think very well and be sure of my decision. But I told him I'm in. And then that very day, for me, that single yes to this opportunity changed a lot for me. My life has been a blessing to the lives of a whole lot of persons just because I said yes. And I believe that yes alone has done a whole lot for me because I know I've truly been blessed. My families are receiving a whole lot of blessings from that single yes. And a lot of persons' life, I get excited when leaders call me in the team and say they just got a few plot of lands for themselves. Some leaders called me, they just bought a car for themselves. Some leader called me that he has never been able to do this particular things for his family, but right now he's able to do it. The leader called me that he made his biggest money ever, 1.6 million naira. I've got seen several levels of calls like that. For me, that's the blessing. But it all started with a yes. If I had said no to the call of Mr. Innocent Daniel, maybe these blessings won't be here today. And I've come to realize that this is beyond us, beyond anybody. And this is what I usually share with a whole lot of persons. This whole opportunity is beyond you. Your yes is powerful. Like you see, the whole concept of network marketing is to market a product through people's network, through a network. I can choose not to open my network to pure. And but look, just exposing my network to this opportunity has really brought a whole lot of blessings to me. And that's why one thing I really share with a whole lot of persons, if you want to take a look. But then I've come to realize a lot of persons have been chat searching, and there's this question: what's the secret? What are you doing differently and all of that? Well, this meeting for me is to share with everybody right here that there are truly no secret, actually. There are only systems. Nothing is new under the sun. The truth is, network marketing is one of the oldest industry. It has been in existence for over 70, 80, 90 years. And a lot of persons, a lot of millionaires has been bettered out of this industry. There is nothing new under the scale. The only problem is that we have a whole lot of persons that are not open to learning, how people have been doing it all this while. Ben Tracy said something I love. He said, if you want to be great, if you do what every successful man has done, you will become and you do the same thing, you get the same results. Meaning, if you observe every industry, if I want to go into any industry, I want to look at what people, the track record, what have been going on that industry. When I came into network marketing for the first time, I wasn't after just hearing the whole lot of person. There are a whole lot of people doing it all wrong in Nigeria. We have a lot of people making money but not doing it right. The fact someone is making money doesn't mean the person is doing it right. So I went all out to find those persons that have been consistent. You know, there are people in network marketing, they've been in the system for years. They've been on, when I was doing the research and I noticed that some persons are on 1 million naira, $1 million every single month. Some persons are 3, 4. Or 400 of money every single month was like the bomb. I was thinking, how can I build such system? So there's no new thing here. That's one thing I want to share with everybody right here today. The only thing I've personally observed in the industry is people. There are patterns, there are systems, and these systems, anyone can learn it. When I wanted to start my business, I wanted to go all the way again and run the business of Pure. When I came in, I spent one full night watching YouTube videos, learning from professionals, those that have been in the system, how they went all in, all out. And I think that was really a blessing to me. Yeah.
Moses, thank you very much. I'm taking notes right now. I mean, you already loaded up my mind, but like I said, we're going to have a special guest who's just going to breeze in. I mean, you know how busy this guy's get. I mean, guys like this create billion-dollar brands and billion-dollar systems. So it's my honor to invite to speak to all of us on this platform, our president, our boss, the guy who is working hard nonstop to ensure that we're all successful, to ensure that the systems are in place. Like Moses said, there are no secrets to success, but systems. Bobby is the system to our success here at Pure. And it's my honor to invite Bobby to say hello to everybody.
Hey, thanks, Ben. Hey, Pure Africa. Just wanted to stop in and say hi. I heard you guys were having an amazing meeting today, and I just wanted to first come and say congratulations to Moses.
Thank you.
First chairman rank in Africa. Great job, amazing. Can't wait to see who's the next one. And but just the great things continue to happen. The other things I'm really excited about is the new markets that we have opening. We're so close for Kenya and Cameroon, having the bank accounts and everything else ready to go there. And then products. I'm meeting once a week now with Ben and with Young and our accounting group. We've got a number of products that are on air freight over right now. I think we have a huge order of Pure Excel that should be landing Saturday? Yeah. Saturday in Nigeria. And we're basically just going to have a continual flow of new products continuing to come over to Africa right now. So you guys are doing an amazing job, and we're just continuing to up manufacturing and production nonstop. So we're going to keep going with that. Also, I know that Ben has mentioned, but we moved our big trip of the year that we do as a company, big sales achiever trip that was going to happen in June, had to get pushed back because of COVID to Italy, Amalfi Coast, and we have Mr. Jung went and bought additional rooms. So we actually bought out the whole hotel because we're anticipating a good chunk of the group to qualify over in Africa now. So we've got rooms. I'm looking forward to seeing some of you guys there. So that's going to be end of April, beginning of May, over in Amalfi Coast. And I know Moses is going to claim a room there for sure. And but I know there's going to be another group on this call that are going to end up claiming rooms, and it's going to be amazing. So looking forward to that. But otherwise, just you guys are doing an amazing job. We're having a great month. They're going to set records again in July in Africa, and I'm just excited about everything you guys are doing. You're making differences in people's lives, helping people to get healthy, and the work that you guys do on these calls right here is incredible too. So continue to get as many to bring as many people onto these calls, especially when there's a training, especially when you get to hear from top leaders and just share what's happening. It's exciting, and it's really fun to be a part of what you guys are all creating and what we're all doing together. So that's really what I wanted to say today. Thanks for letting me interrupt and jump in, but appreciate all of you, and hopefully continue to talk to you soon. Thank you, Bobby.
All right, awesome, guys. I mean, it is not always you get the opportunity to hear from leaders like this that are busy impacting all the world and changing lives and communities. So, Bobby, thank you so much for everything you do. Moses, thanks for being very gracious for letting Bobby to hop on the call and just kind of say hi. But guys, Bobby is 100% in support and providing services for everything we do across Africa in terms of our expansion to Kenya, expansion to Cameroon, and expansion to other markets and our production, our stepped up production. So thank you, Moses, for being gracious. And I'm gonna hand it back to you, Moses. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Dr. Ben. Thank you, Bobby, and appreciate and good news to us for the PSA also. Okay, like I was saying, it's just going straight forward to the point. The whole concept of there are no secrets. I believe if you want to get the same result, you just have to go deep into this industry, study likes of top income earners that have been doing these things right. There are folks that have been doing the system right, and that's all we have to do. So I got when I was looking through the whole industry, I learned about a great man called Egbiremhon. And funny enough, that question was asked to him, and people were asking Egbiremhon because of his success in Amway. For most of us knew Amway very well, and the question to Egbiremhon was, how are you able to do this? What is your secret, and how did you come about this? And Egbiremhon says something. I can always say this. This is one thing I have learned from a whole lot, because when you follow, like I said, there's a system to this. The same thing, reading through a whole lot of top income earners, the same thing. So Egbiremhon said something. He said, I simply show the plan. First of all, he said there are no secrets, and then he said I simply show the plan to 1,200. Now, 1,200 in the days was like a whole lot of persons. And he said 900 said no, and only 300 signed up. Now, if you look at this very well, you ask every top income earners, everyone making money in the network marketing industry, similar stories. Dr. A2 came into Pure and said the first 24 hours or 48 hours about that, he put up a call to over 54 persons plus and all of that. And he said, almost everybody said no to him. Only 10 persons finally said yes to him. Now, this drama has been the case. Ask every successful persons. Now, the whole truth here is this. When I read through what Egbiremhon was saying, he said 900 said no, and only 300 signed up. Out of those 300, only 85 did something at all. Follow. Out of those 85, only 35 were serious. And out of those 35, say 11 made me a millionaire. The truth is, as you go through this journey, you will surely encounter all of this. The difference here is how you are able to understand that this thing is a pattern that has always been there. Now, a lot of persons want to come into network marketing. You get to hear this, that if you have 10 solid guys, you become very rich. Now, some other persons are going to let you know if you have 5 solid guys, like in Pure business, it's so exciting that if you have 2 solid guys in your business, you can gather a whole lot of wealth. If you have 4 solid guys, you are bound to be rich. But then it's funny because people come into this system hoping they're going to have a whole lot of persons. They're just going to talk to their first persons. They want to have 4 solid guys immediately. So they spoke to the first person, expecting that person to be part of this business. And maybe the person turned them down, and then out of our 5 persons, they walk away. But you see, we're all looking for that generals in our industry. The system has always been that you can't really predict, or you can't predict. You can't even say, oh, this guy is going to be the superstar. I've seen a whole lot of persons walk into the company. There are cases in my life where I assume some persons to be like kids. They look like kids. So I was hoping these guys are going to change my entire industry. So I went all in with them, expecting them, but then they didn't do anything. But then funny enough, certain persons you weren't looking at, you weren't expecting, become the giant on your team. And I can tell you, this system is the same everywhere. So learning from Egbiremhon, it says he spoke to 1,200 people. 900 said no. 900 said no. So, and only 300 signed up. Now watch this. Out of those 300, this is happening right now. There are certain persons that are going to be part of your industry. Definitely, they won't do anything. A lot of persons, out of those, only 85 did something. A lot. Not doing anything. Of course, some persons are going to join your company, business. That after joining, most persons get to quit the same day they join. They just join and then realize that this is not what they want to do. They walk away. Now, out of those 85, only 35 were serious. So out of the 85 persons that were busy in this business, only 35 were serious. And out of those 35, 11 made me a millionaire. So what I'm sharing with us right here is this: if you really want your 11 generals, you have to ask yourself, how many persons have you gone through? What are your numbers? Because this system is a whole lot of numbers game. Sometimes you have to speak to 10, 20 persons to have one serious person. And because I know this is just a normal thing. One day, Brit became a highly successful person in the industry. Everybody's talking about Brit. And sorry, I'm trying to share the next slide, but the system is connecting. So it's not popping up. So everyone, so my screen is not up anymore. So everyone is talking about Brit. The whole concept is, how can I get to a point where I can be one of the top income earners in network marketing? And I'm here to share with you, there are no secrets. You just can't skip the process. You have to go through the process. Most persons want the product, but they don't want the process. They're hoping they could become very rich. They get to the top one day, and then when they get to the top, this will allow them to skip the whole process. Sorry, I'm sharing the screen back. So, but this is not the truth. The system is the same. You have to go through the process. So one other thing I want to do right here is to show you how few things that I've been able to pick from every top income earners that I have noticed in network marketing industry. Sorry, I don't know if you share. Connect it back again for me. Few things I've been able to pick from all the top income earners. And one of them is, which is a usual thing a lot of persons get to talk, which is having a strong why. I've come to realize that every successful networker that actually got to the top had something they were chasing. Now, I believe this business is like, it's more like when you are coming to get a blessing, and whatever you bring to the table. Some persons are coming with a spoon, some persons are coming with cups, some persons are coming with a bucket, some persons are coming with a tank, and some persons, the truth is, whatever you are coming with is what you get fed with. Most persons don't have enough desire. I can compare them for more. I've even come to realize that people who are less ambitious really don't go for more, because the kind of salary you are earning right now shows your level of desire, what you have settled for. Now, we live in a world where people have been giving up on their dreams and all of that. And, unconsciously, you just have to give up on your dreams, because as you grow older, you just get to realize like life is not really as easy as you were portraying it or you were expecting it to be. So some of the dreams, like the joke I usually make was that you only get the best dream from children. It's only when kids are younger, they get to dream without any iota of fear. You get to see things like, when I grow up, I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that, I'm going to be this. You go to the nursery and you get to hear the fact, people get to say things like, children can even say, I'm going to be a president. The child just believed that he's going to be a president. But as he kept growing up, one day, this child will grow up to realize that becoming a president is not even as easy as he's saying it. But then some will settle down for a youth president. At last, becoming a president is just all about being the president. But then this is what I'm looking at. People grow old and they give up. But then those persons I have seen that has refused to give up on their dreams, they've refused to give up on those things that they feel those things are important to them. They're obsessed with it. I think those are the guys that appreciate the system of network marketing, and they go all in or out. Because if it's not important to you, you can't fight for it. So people are not fighting for it because they don't see the importance to a great extent. So the first thing I've come to learn after following a whole lot of top income earners, just trying to know the system that has given them results over the years. And I'm come to realize a lot of them are ambitious. They have dreams. They have a strong why. They are not ready to give up on that thing that is keeping them going. And you see, the more they get to, and one other thing again they get to do is this: when they get to a level, they get to step it up. Whatever is giving them, because at a point you have to start a business from somewhere. For someone like me, I started this business chasing a particular dream. I felt like, okay, if I can have 200K every single week, I'll be cool and that'll be fine. And because I had certain things I was chasing right there, I said, if this business can offer this to me every single week, I'll be okay. And I know Dr. Ben can recall when I told him, well, if this business can produce 200K every week, it's a good business. But then at the point I went over to 200K every week. And that was okay, I got to that height, but then I need to step up a new goal again. I said to myself, I want to be on nothing less than 3 to 4 million naira every single week. At the point 2 million naira, I got to 2 billion naira every single week. I said to myself, I want to hit over 5 million. So at the point I was singing 10 billion naira every single week. I go to every seminar, I kept telling them, the time is coming. I'm going to be on the 10 billion naira every single week in this company. That's over $25,000. And it's shocking that I was, for me, I haven't hit exactly 10 million in a single week, but paid at once. But for the first time, I did over 9.4 million paid at once. And I've come to realize that it all boils down to how ambitious you, how much you want. You get to this level, you want to step up your dream again. Because if you get satisfied and you are okay with what you have today, you won't fight for more. You have to give yourself this compelling reason. You have to say to yourself that you want to go more. And then if you fight for more, then there's chances that you keep attracting every forces that will get you to the next level. For me, this is a similar part. It's not just peculiar to me. It's just the same thing I've gotten to learn from every successful network marketer. I don't know if you're connecting. Okay, cool. So okay, let's see. I want to get this last slide back again. So it's the same thing I've been learning from every successful networker, and I want us to pick on that very well. So sit down again, review your dream, review what is pushing you. A lot of persons claim they want to be successful, but they don't want it as bad as they want to sleep. Most persons claim they really want to be successful, but really, they are not really obsessed with it. But you have to be obsessed with it. If you are obsessed with the dream and all of that, then, sorry, let me get the slide back again.
If you are having problems, if you email me, I might be able to do it from here. So if you're having problems, if you email me.
Okay, I can connect it back, but just make Jose back the co-host so I can get back again.
Can we make Jose co-host? That way it works.
Yeah, not on Zoom here. No, Zoom here.
Can we make Jose co-host, Charles? Okay, you're co-host now, so I think you should be able to share.
Okay.
We have two Dozy. I don't know.
I think it's the wrong one. Okay. Is the wrong one, I think. So.
Let me see, Dozy. Charles, can we make him co-host, please?
Yes. I have made both then.
Okay, can you try to share now?
Okay, I'm on now. Okay. Sorry for that. I think
yeah,
okay.
Share and make sure you select the PowerPoint because you've not selected the PowerPoint. All right, there you go. So full screen. Thank you.
I'm on. Yeah. All right, so okay, so thank you very much. I believe we're getting value. If you're getting value, drop value. I'm trying my best to give value, and I'm trying my best to say something. I don't even know if I'm making sense, but try and pick any sense you see. Okay, so the points we're going for. Okay, so this is it now. The point is this: you just have to learn how to keep going, keep dreaming, keep getting something that excites you. Because I believe your dream should be your strong why. If you don't have to compete with anybody, compete with your past success, compete with where you were to yesterday. Because they say the enemy to greatness is past success. And if you want to be great, you just have to say to yourself, whatever you have achieved is not enough. Set a new dream, set a new goal. I can tell you that's the way forward. There's nothing that has been more compelling why I want to go through, because they say if the why is so big enough, the facts don't count. But if the why is so big enough, the facts don't count. And a lot of time, a lot of persons just quickly walk away. They can't build through because they don't have a strong why. Nothing is pushing them, and it's not big enough to compare them, because you have to design something that you can imagine that if I finally achieve this, what will my life look like? I can tell you, if you have something very good enough, and you can see this as a very good that can drive you there, then you are good to go. The next thing I want to talk about is leaders are consistently planting the seed, both in good times and in bad times. Now, I want to share this with you because it's a normal thing in network marketing for people to plant only in good times. But a lot of people don't plant during bad times. During bad times, they complain. But if you really want to go far with your business, you have to make a decision to keep planting. When I mean planting, plant both in good times and in bad times. When we started Pure, I knew it's all about planting. See, I can't tell how 100% everything will look like for you, but one thing I know is that you have a responsibility, and the responsibility is to plant and to water that seed consistently. But you see, God will do the increase. That's what I've come to understand. And I think heaven respects those planting and watering consistently. So one way or the other, when I started Pure, it was like a journey for me. I got registered. I wanted the success so badly. I was in the middle of my life where I know that I had to make this thing work. So I paid the money for the 165K back, and I started looking for a way forward. How do I go forward from here? I took the rest money in my hand, and I had to take a vehicle. I moved from Abuja to Port Harcourt with the bus, from Port Harcourt to Uyo, still on the same journey, from Uyo to Lagos, to Asaba, from Asaba to Lagos, Lagos to Badagry. I just kept moving, the same trip. What was I doing? I felt like this is a planting phase. You know, you must recognize planting phase. And I kept moving on like that. Now, sometimes, you see, it's so funny because a lot of persons felt like all those trips were successful. They weren't all successful. When I went to Port Harcourt, most of the folks I was talking to, they were just listening, but I couldn't tell their decision if they're going to be in or out, but my job is to plant. I moved to Uyo. The other thing I saw in Uyo was very funny. I knew everybody was just walking out of the hall. They all feed up, but they just felt like, what kind of crazy company is this? How can you bring a company like this to us right here? And then you could see that written all over their face. They walked away. But I knew the only job I have is to keep planting. Some seed will go on the good soil, some will go on the bad soil, some will go taken by the tongues. And so a lot of things I just had to believe that the only job I have is to just keep planting, keep planting, keep planting. One of the greatest experiences I had was very funny. I left Abuja here to Bonny Island, and I don't share this story to a lot of persons, and I think a lot of persons might not be aware of this story like this. They kept hearing I went to Bonny Island, I went to LNG to do a training, but it was funny. I went for that training. That training was well prepared for. Flyers were done. The flyers were distributed right. We did banners, decorate the hall. Big hall, expecting over at least 100 to 200 persons on that hall. I guess what? When I got there, only one person showed up. I got to go through the boats, LNG boats down to cross the river. One person showed up. Now, seeing one person in the hall, first I was like, my spirit was supposed to get down. What's this? What's this? We're waiting, expecting people. They kept giving complaint that most of the LNG went to a different meeting. There's a particular function happening that day. So a lot of them went for that particular function. Only one person showed up, sat down in the meeting. He was supposed to leave, but when he noticed that we had nobody, he had to encourage us and then stick to the meeting. And then right there in the meeting, the lady who hosted us, and she shared a testimony on that meeting. She said something. She said she was sharing a testimony of Mila, that what convinced her to be part of this industry was when she took the cleansed product, her BP level came down. And then that was the only reason why she hosted the event in Bonny Island. But one of the things she said again was that she owns a school, and then she has these kids on her school. One of them was talking, one of them wasn't talking. And then she said to because of the other one has autism, and then she said to the mom, "Can you place your child on Mila?" And the mom did. After one bag of Mila, said that boy started talking, 8 years old. Why that testimony made so much sense to me. So we did a red carpet where we have the pure banner at the back. So I took her there with good decoration. And yeah, you could see that video. You think a whole lot of persons were in the hall. It was a massive event. It was a no-show event. So when she called, she went there and did an interview. I recorded that testimony. I just recorded the testimony. The job is to keep planting. I took that testimony. I placed it on my status. That same minute of placing that testimony on my status, people started writing to me. A lady now wrote to me, which is Chinelo right here. She wrote to me and she said, "Are you sure of this testimony you had on your status?" I said, "Yes." "Are you very sure?" I said, "Yes." I said, "Wow." I said, "I'm even right here with the lady who shared the testimony." She said, "Okay." When she listened, she said, "Can you send me the company's account number?" And then Chinelo sent her money immediately because of that testimony. That I was just I was still in my excitement state, putting the video, talking about the testimony, talking about the experience on the Bonny Island, and then she shared that testimony. I'm so excited today because maybe she didn't know how she got on board into the business, but that very event wasn't a successful event, but the event I was in wasn't successful, but the video I took from that event gave me her sign up, and today she's a platinum director. I think she's hitting Ruby this week. It's massive, guys. The things I want to share with us right here is, if you are consistent with planting, I don't know how the increase will come. I think increase is of the Lord. Your job is just keep planting, both in good times and in bad times. Some persons are only in the business when it's good. Of course, when there's a bad time, they're walking away. But I want you to go hard. The job is keep planting, keep planting, keep planting. I can share several opportunities, several times, the places I went to, some persons I spoke to a whole lot of persons online and all of that. But out of those persons online, I got some persons today that are platinum in the company that said, "Oh, I think I'm interested." But then there are a lot of no's. You see, that was what Bibrit was saying. He spoke to 1,200 persons. He kept planting. He kept planting. So if you are hoping that you're going to have 2%, because the lie of MLM is when you get 2%, you'll be great, and you bring your 2, bring 2. No, I think the best way to see it is when you keep planting, you keep sowing the seed. I think that's one thing that has really worked. But then the next thing I want to share with us is another thing. Leaders focus on building a strong network. This is another thing. A lot of things I can share, but I'm just going to stick to just a few things right here. You see, leaders focus on building a strong network. I've come to believe that we'd rather have a small net, but a strong one, than to have a large net, but a weak one. Your network marketing is like a man building a house. If you're building a foundation, if they all start with the foundation, and if you are not building it right, you see, you have to get used to 2 words in network marketing if you want to be great: planting and building. These words are not what people are used to. A lot of people just believe it's a business where you join and bring in people. Those 2 words are the words you have to go against. It's not a system where people bring people and become great. It's a system where people plant and build. So if you want to grow big in this business, the truth is you have to make a decision to build a solid organization. Take note of this thing. It is better to have a small net, but a strong one, than to have a large net, but a weak one. We are not paid for size. We are paid for strength. You see, most persons think is about being crazy, getting the whole world into the business. But I feel it's about having a strong network, because the strength of your network, there's a whole lot that is damage strength, but I just picked this 3 points because we can't spend a whole lot of time saying a whole lot of things. But this one, these 3 things are enough to take anybody to get to the right view. The first one is leadership. I've come to realize that the game of network marketing is just simply a leadership game. You see, it's a leadership factory disguised as business. It's a system where people produce other leaders and lead other leaders. And then if you understand network marketing as a leadership game, you want to, it's not a system of how fast you're running, but how effective is your leadership. And it's a leadership. There's only one way I can summarize leadership for anybody. Just do what you need to do, want others to do. You just see your system. You want to have a massive team. You want your team to go out there and recruit, be out there and recruit it. You want your team to be on every meeting, be on every meeting. The game is monkey see, monkey do. People do what you do, not what you say. So a lot of persons are struggling with their structure because they are not an exemplary leader. What they do is that they are hoping one day they will have people working on their team. But I think you're making the game difficult for you. Start getting busy. People are observing you. Your team are observing you. Whatever you are doing is what they are duplicating. And then if you are doing the wrong thing, they duplicate the wrong thing, and then you get the wrong results. But then another secret about the leadership again is how many leaders, how many are you producing? You see, leaders focus on increasing the leaders, while amateurs in network marketing focus on increasing the volume. How many persons? People come and celebrate, oh, I have a whole lot of persons on my structure. But I believe the best way to go about this is how many leaders do you have on your structure? Because the duplication that you're hoping to have on this business is going to be from the leaders, not from the numbers of persons registered on your business. People join for several reasons, but very few are going to be the leaders of your team. Don't forget, some persons are joining to encourage you. Some persons are joining, of course, you've made too much noise, so out of pity, they will join you. So if you want to keep counting the people joining you because they are your business, meaning you're growing, you don't have the chance. So a lot of persons are coming up with this complaint every time. I've been doing this for years, but I'm not growing. I've been doing this for years. Now, you're not growing. Not because, I've had a whole lot of persons join my business and they didn't stay because you didn't focus on raising them to become leader. There's a whole lot of work to be about that. The next one is customer acquisition. The thing is, a lot of persons don't take this aspect serious, but I believe strongly that if you are building a company and your people don't respect the product as a customer first, you'll have a problem in the nearest future. That's what I've come to believe. I've come to realize that in companies where people don't value the company's product, maybe because the company product wasn't working, but I'm happy we have a product that is working right here in Pure. And if you have a team and your team leaders are not conscious about their health, in no time, you'll have a very weak network. You want to have a system whereby people are truly customers to the products first before any other thing. The wisdom about that is in the nearest future, let's assume it's not all about money anymore. This game is going to be about how many persons are using the product on your team. And that's what will determine the strength in the nearest future. So the last thing here I'm going to be talking about, I will expatiate on this a bit because of some more concept I want to drop is perspective. Now, I realized that perspective forms 90% of network marketing. People run based on their perspective. What do you define network marketing as? You see, a lot of persons, people see network marketing in different ways, and immediately the perspective is wrong, every other thing goes wrong. Some other persons are seeing network marketing as a quick scheme. Some persons are seeing network marketing as a solution to their unemployment. Some persons are seeing this opportunity as a way to solve quick problem, but you have to work on the best perspective. If your perspective is wrong, and the danger of having a weak perspective is that you're going to pass it down to your people. Some persons have a perspective of, oh, you just have to join, you won't do anything, and you become great one day. It's a perspective. People use it in network marketing. They don't just join with it, they share it to their folks. I just joined the company, they say you won't do anything. And then when I came in, I didn't do anything actually, and then, well, of course, it's telling him to come in and then not to do anything again. Perspective is very, very important. For me, one of the things that worked with my team very well is right perspective, because I've been doing this for years, and I've come to realize that if people don't get to see network marketing from the right view, they get to see it from the wrong view and they produce the wrong results. It's just natural. And I I've worked on 3 major models because I've always been teaching on value, volume, frequency. And of course, I think my book that is coming out is strictly on the VVF model because I'm focusing on perspective. What I want to see is, you see, if people don't see network marketing as business, for me, network marketing is the most lucrative, the least understood, one of the most criticized business model, yet one of the highest paying profession. Now, another challenge again is a lot of persons don't get to see network marketing as a proper business. When I joined network marketing, I saw it as a business from day one. I wake up in the morning thinking, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do my business? Now, but the concept is because my perspective around it is different. You see, I've come to realize that, you see, the man who owns a supermarket, none of the product belongs to him. But because he believes when the product gets to his shop, the store, the product belongs to him. And because his mindset is considering it that way, he automatically operates in that manner. So one of the things right here that I'm going to be sharing with us is how to see network marketing with the right perspective. If you're giving your team this kind of perspective, there's high probability you have more business people on your structure. One of them is this: if people get to understand, a lot of people want to become businessmen. A lot of people want to go into entrepreneurship. But in my pursuit of business, I came to realize that there are 3 major things that can give a rate. If I want to evaluate a real business and know this is a proper business, number 1 is value. If I had to go all over creating my own products today, I want to start my own business, I have to create something of value. Someone says, if you have something of value, something the world is looking for, a solution the world can pay for, even if you live in the bush, people will make bush track and locate you. So all business system is built on this. People who want to go into business, they find something, they look out for something. And you see, value has usually used to be around the basic necessities of man. But today, values are like, when we mean basic necessities of man, you were taught to know that basic necessities of man used to be food, clothing, and shelter. But today, basic necessities of man is beyond that. We have a whole lot that you can look as necessities. But I was speaking with Mr. Innocent today, and he told me, do I know that health has moved from just number 4 of the value chain to number 1. And of course, because of this COVID. Now, if I'm looking for a real product value, I'm looking for a product value around the health industry. One thing I'm sharing is this: every business thrives on value. They have to get the right value. The next thing they have to do is the volume. How many persons can access that thing? They want to look for a large number of persons that can access that same value. And the last one here is frequency. How often do the large numbers of persons get to return back? How often? Because I use the telecommunication most times to explain this gap so you can understand it. You see, they want to see how everybody get to make calls with ease, communication, and then they had to sell SIM cards. SIM card was when they were building their volume. But then everybody get to resubscribe. You have to always recharge to keep making that calls. That's like the frequency. The same volume of customers returning back every single month, every single time. For most of us using an MTN SIM card in Nigeria right here, you bought the SIM card once, but the recharge card is like a lifetime. Now, this is how business is. But you see, what network marketing is offering to us, this is my wish, everybody should see it from this perspective, is the leverage. The leverage is, I don't have to create that value again. I want to be an entrepreneur. I don't have to create the value anymore. I don't have to go all over or saying that, okay, I want to create this. Someone says, if you think using other people's plane to fly is inappropriate, you want to design your own before you start flying, you have to be careful. If not, you might never fly on anyone. Leverage, that leverage mindset is what a lot of persons has left on the table. They don't see it, because if you can see that this stuff is something I would do either way, I have to go all over creating something of value, either way. But now I'm not doing all of this anymore. I have to leverage on someone's product. So for us right here in this business, we're considering these products, the health product of Pure, as a leverage. Being an entrepreneur today, I came into this journey again because why? I'm leveraging on a solid product. I don't have to create it. I'm just looking at, oh, this product is working. These guys have a great system that is working very well. I go all in with it. So for us right here, the best perspective is that you're not creating the value anymore. So network, this is knocking it out for you. But then you want to go in by yourself, you want to build your own business. You still have to go through the stress. You have to go through this, you have to. But then volume for us here is, you see, then another great thing I learned about volume that I'm excited about what network marketing is giving is every business on this earth grow with numbers. But then the numbers is this. Every numbers will grow with the word of mouth, referral, duplication. Every business is all about get the first 10, they get their first 10. One day this 10 will get 10 persons each, 100. 100 will get 10, 10, 1,000. 1,000 will get 10, 10. 10,000. 10,000 will get 10, 10. Every system is growing on that same path. All of us are on Facebook today. Have you ever imagined, ask yourself the true question, how did you find yourself on Facebook? The truth is there was no commercials on Facebook, but someone got you there one way or the other. You got an invitation by someone, from someone, one way or the other. You were told by someone. But then, you see, only the CEO only take the numbers. The CEOs are just going to take the numbers. Okay, fine. We got the 10, we got the 100. You don't know what's happening behind the scene. The duplication process is taking place. 2 billion persons on Facebook. How come 2 billion? Now, what network marketing is saying is this: anybody coming from your structure. So I go all in again. I'm building with Pure. All I was saying is, if I have 10 solid guys that will love this product through me, when these 10 get 10 persons each, now we have 100. 100 one day get 10 persons each, now we have 1,000. 1,000 get 10 persons each, now we have 10,000. 10,000 one day will love Pure products, and one day they could get 10 persons each that will love Pure product. We have 100,000. 100,000 will love this product one day, share the product with 10 persons each. Now we have 1 million persons in the system. If this was a direct business, if this wasn't the network marketing, only the CEOs go home with the numbers. The products could be quite very effective. People are excited, but then the numbers is not shared. So for us right here, you see, this is why network marketing is designed. This is why everybody coming in should know that you are given an opportunity to leverage with your little money, because you were supposed to build this if you had to go create a whole lot of business system for yourself. Now, the last thing that I love part, which is why I'm here, is the frequency. You see, Pure is saying this because the product is our products are effective, because the best form of expansion is satisfied customer. The best form of a system where you see people return back every time is when they are satisfied. If they are not satisfied, they won't come back. So what Pure is saying is, if this product is effective, if this product is working, people will return back every single month, right? So they're saying for every time these guys get a return, as long as you're on your structure, you still have a percentage to share. For me here is, this is the biggest thing. This is like, wow, okay. Is enough reason to go all in with network marketing. So imagine this, if this is the perspective your guys are working with, if this is the perspective your leaders, because for some reasons, people have very stupid perspective about network marketing. They just don't get it. Now, if you understand this clearly, trust me, you won't find yourself in some Ponzi scheme. You won't find yourself with some markets that are not really paying out. So what we're looking at right here is, if you're asking me today, oh, I want to build a strong network, I want to get, I'll tell you, go all in, work on the perspective in which your people are joining with. People join for several reasons, but you have to know the best perspective is when they start thinking this is a business, and you can only respect it as a business when you know very well that whatever is in this industry is the same thing on any business, the same demand, same culture. So I can't share a whole lot, of course, right here, but the truth is, I'm excited to say this today. I want to see how I'm giving back to everybody in this community. I'm building with my team. So far, so good has been because I keep impressing the concept of the VVF strategy. And we've been talking a whole lot, but let's see how we get it to a whole lot of persons. The reason why I'm putting up this book, the VVF strategy, is all about value, volume, frequency, and learning how to leverage. So I think this is all I have for tonight. This is all I can share. And this is what I have to say. So I don't know if Dr. Ben can take it up from here. uh, the, okay. All right, so the VVF strategy, okay. So, all right, so thank you, Dr. Ben. I don't know if, can you hear me? I can't hear you.
Yes, Moses, I can hear from you. I can hear you very well. Thank you so much, guys. Man, if you are excited about the VVF strategy, go in the chat group and say, I am ready, because we are going to learn a lot. Thank you so much, Moses. That was an awesome presentation. I am just so excited and so blessed just listening to you. I mean, think about the VVF. Think about the value, the volume, and the frequency. I mean, when he used the phone subscription, it just made everything clearer and clearer and clearer. But I'm excited. Here's some facts that came up for me. You got to go all in. You got to be consistent. You got to be a blessing to others. You got to build systems. You have to learn from the best. You have to show the plan, show the plan, show the plan, because the plan has value. In that value, you got to create volume out of it. And in that volume, you ensure there's a frequency that is consistent, and all that creates leverage, which means you are going to be super successful. So thank you so much, Moses. Thank you so much, everyone, for being a part of this. So Moses, you're not done yet. You thought you were done, but you're not really done. So what I want to do is I want to give people the opportunity to ask questions, people the opportunity to comment, people the opportunity to kind of have Moses take us a little deeper. And I'm going to start. I'm going to be the first person to start with my question. So Moses, when you talk about showing the plan, how often shall I show the plan? How many people shall I show the plan to? How consistent shall I be in showing the plan to people? So Moses, if you can just help me speak to that, and I'll be very happy. So tell me about showing the plan. And please, if you do have any questions for Moses, go in the chat group and type it up. Any questions, you can ask him whatever. You can even ask him what he had for lunch, or whatever questions you have, feel free to ask Moses. So Moses, how often should I show the plan?
Okay. How often should I show the plan? Okay. Well, of course, it's definitely a consistent act. So when we talk about showing the plan, it's meant to be something you do as a lifestyle. I think one of the ways most successful persons have really make network marketing very productive with them is they make it a lifestyle thing. This is meant to be a lifestyle thing. It's meant to be a lifestyle thing to communicate this plan consistently. I want to show this plan every day. So I want it, I wish I could do it every time, but most times when you do it consistently to a point, it becomes a part of you. It's not something you, I have to use the word consistently show the plan. That's the best way to say it. You have to consistently show the plan. There's no time how often to it.
So no time out. We just got to keep showing the plan. Okay, so Moses, somebody had asked a question. What is the best way to prospect? I think you've answered that, which is go all in and be consistent. But just speak to that, Moses, and that would really help. What is the best way to prospect? If you could help us with that. And somebody just said something really cool. Consistency is the new success. I love it. I love it. So Moses, what is the best way to prospect? When somebody tells me no, what do I do? Do I go somewhere and just be mad at myself, or what do I do?
Okay. Like I said, this is more like a planting thing. If you are not taking anything personal, you enjoy the ride. It's a system where some week, someone, so what, someone else is waiting. Honestly, we really can't tell who's going to be the right person. So because you don't know who's going to be the right person, they say you can never be wrong talking to the right person, and you can never be right talking to the wrong person. But then how do I know who is the right person? I just have to keep talking. I just have to keep presenting the plan. Now, of course, some win, some won't. So what? Someone else is waiting. So if you're not taking these things personal, the only problem people have is that they take these things personal. When people say no to them, they make it look like, oh, the no seems like a no. Like everybody's going to be saying no to you. Not true. You see, someone will say no to you. The next person you're going to meet will say to you, oh, this is what I've been looking for. I just believe you just have to, don't take anything personal. And of course, some person saying no to you today are only saying no, maybe because of certain reasons today, but some of them are definitely going to join your business in the future. I still had a lot of persons joining today, but they saw the opportunity last year, but they said no last year, but now they're saying yes. So, but you have to move on. You just have to keep building and keep building and keep building. So I don't know if that answers the question, but then for me, you have to keep doing it and don't take anything personal.
Wow. So don't take it personal, and no is not fatal, because when somebody says no, that does not mean it's a no forever. So that is amazing. So no, it's not fatal. So when somebody says no, just remember it's an opportunity for you to be better. It's an opportunity for you to learn more. It's an opportunity to prepare for the next person who's going to say yes. Somebody had asked a question about showing the plan and the compensation plan and the product. I just want to let you know that this is not the training for that. We do have uplines and team members who invited you to this meeting. Please reach back to the person who invited you to this meeting in case you're interested in learning specifics about the product. Today's call is about personal development, professional development, and just becoming a better leader. And that's what we're hearing from our best leader, Moses, who is a top ranked leader in Africa, one of the top ranked leaders in the company as a whole as well. So Moses, thank you so much. But if you need to get more information, please go back to whoever invited you. They would have more information for you. But if you want to learn from the company in terms of the benefits and the products, we do have a training every Wednesday at 1 p.m. CST. You can participate in that. So Charles is going to share information about that. So that is what we do for Wednesdays, and then you can get learnings from your uplines and all of that. So thank you. So Moses, another question is, people are skeptical. Some people are very skeptical about network marketing. They might be interested, but once they find out it's network marketing, they get a little skeptical. How do you handle that? How do you handle skeptics? People who say, oh, it's network marketing, this and that. How do you handle that?
Okay, I think one other thing again is there are just some things you can't control. Like you can't control people hating network marketing. You can't control people not loving this industry. The truth is, our job is to go through the numbers to get the wrong people off your front and get the right people in front of you. See, there are a lot of persons on your phone book. You really don't know who is going to say yes to it. The same way you are thinking people don't like network marketing. It's the same way there are a lot of persons just getting open to the industry. You see, so for me here is there are just some things you can't control. At my stage in the business, there are still a lot of persons saying, this is not my thing. And of course, they are saying it currently because of their level of knowledge right now. But I don't have to stick to those persons and move on to the next persons. The only problem people have is that you have a myopic view to network marketing. You're thinking to grow in this business is all about your family and friends. But I want you to look beyond your family and friends. They have an abundance mindset. Just get to know there are a lot of people all over. People have scarcity mindset. It's affecting them in this industry. You see, you just understand that there are a lot of people out there. There are people willing to listen to you. Every day in your life, you're meeting an old friend, you're meeting a new friend. Find a better way of communicating these things to them. And most times, these guys are saying no, either because of your personality, the way you are currently, and so you need to keep working. There are two things you need to keep working on: yourself and the business, yourself and the business. If you keep working on yourself and you keep working on the business, the improvements, the same guys will come in tomorrow. So you have to, you don't always, people want to keep blaming this, okay, these guys are saying no to me, so I'm walking away. No, why don't you look at it the other way around? They're saying no to me because they are not seeing any results today. They're saying no to me because I haven't proven to them that this thing is real. But I'll keep pushing. If you can do that for yourself, that's the best way, because if you want the best answer, people are saying no to you, so you go and start arranging their brain to show them how network marketing, it doesn't work that way. There are always people there to say no, but there's just somebody there that will say, oh, this is what I'm looking for. So you're going through the numbers, looking for the right person, and you just have to make a decision to do that for yourself. So I don't know if that helps.
No, that is amazing. And something I just gleaned from what you just said is that your own result is the answer to your own growth. Because when you start to build yourself, when you work in your business and you work in yourself, the answers, the results start to come out and people begin to see it. So somebody said, as long as you enjoy the hustle, you're going to attract the right people to your business. Thank you so much. Another question that comes from South Africa is, how do you keep your mindset strong? How do you keep your team motivated when people get discouraged? So what do you do? I mean, I think I understand the answer already because I've heard it over and over. Enjoy the hustle, build yourself, but just speak to that, because one of our leaders in South Africa has asked that question. And somebody has asked about, before I let you speak, Mo, somebody had asked a question about how long will this organization last? Well, sometimes if you look at the historical antecedents, you'll be able to predict the future, right? So we've been in business for 11 years. For that person, I think his name is something Godwin. We've been in business 11 years. We're going to be here 20 years. We're going to be here 30 years. So you are part of this amazing organization that's just going to continue to have this upward trajectory. So Godwin, I can tell you this is an amazing place, and welcome to family. So Moses, go ahead. How do you keep your mindset strong? How do you keep your team excited? How do you keep the fire burning?
Okay, for me, another thing again I've come to also learn, and maybe I didn't put all these points in, but you see, environment is key. Environment is key. Environment is key in this business. If you are, it's just like a seed. This information we've gotten is like a seed. If it's not planted on the right soil, it won't germinate. Now, our environment, the environment you have created for yourself matters a lot. If you want to go far in this business, you see, when you get started, you already have a default environment, and the default environment is full of negativity. Someone say the formula for depression is when an optimist is keeping friendship with a pessimist. You see, you already have people that don't believe in what you're doing. Now, you see, every blessed day, these voices are going to come. They're going to be dropping it like a seed back into your ears. You're going to be getting the word coming in. This won't work. This is not. You get it either way. Everybody does. Like you just have this negative vibes built around you. And then initially, you will consider yourself to be strong enough, thinking you are overcoming. And but unknown to you, those words are going into your spirits. Gradually, very soon, you will see the outcome. But then this is what a lot of true leaders get to do. They create a better environment. And then you can create a better environment by the audios you listen, by the books you read. And you have to be intentional. I believe success is an intentional act. When you see the negative force coming, create a new one. Create a stronger environment. Imagine if you have, because there are a lot of positive vibes, positive audios, positive stories, and meetings like these create a better environment for you. Imagine if you and all your teammates are on meetings like this. It's like the business works like a battery charge. Whenever people are on low bar, it shows. And because it's just like some persons are running the business, but currently they're on 10%. I was discussing with a teammate last 3 days ago. I told her when she spoke, I figured out that her charge is like 20%. But then she called me yesterday. She said it seems she's over 100 right now, 100. And I say most times we go low in energy, in vibes and everything. Gradually, in no time, you move to what we call the quitting phase. You just have to quit. You have no option, because quitting doesn't just start overnight. It's a gradual process. And I can tell you it's a product of the environment you are living. But then if you create a better environment and you are intentional about it, you want to be sure that every week you're listening to the right audio. Every week you're listening to somebody who has done it before. You know, the only story, some other persons are saying something that they usually make me laugh. Some persons say network marketing is not good. They don't see. Don't blame them most time. Their environment, the environment they've created only has the negative stories on network marketing. Imagine someone calling me on phone and say, Moses, but you know network marketing doesn't last. They come after this hype, they go. I said, but are you saying that you are not aware of companies that have been there for 30 years? He said, no. Trust me, he wasn't aware. He has never seen any company that has been there for 30 years, 40 years, 10 years. And then I was shocked. But then that was what his environment has created. So what if you create a new one? The environment that shows the positive side. You know, some persons only have a negative story on the industry. I have only positive stories. The coolest thing on my mind is that I have seen people making $1 million. And that's the only thing on my mind. If I'm going off that view, I can see the picture again, and I see the picture again. How do I go low on motivation if I can see what other industry can really show me that? So for me, be intentional about the environment you are creating, and then this will be good for you. So that's what I can answer on that.
Awesome, Moses. Thank you so much. You know, one of the things I just got from what you're saying is that your network, the people and the environment within you will help create the quality of life that you would live. So that is so powerful. So, you know, Moses, we've heard from you, and I just, you know, if you do any kind of research, you like to be evidence-based and all that. I know somebody who has gone through the process with you. So Moses, I want to let you kind of wrap up, but to bring somebody who's been a student, who's been a partner, Laurel, who's worked with you for some time. I remember when Laurel started, and when he went through the motions as well, and how you guys have stayed together. And today he's a diamond, our newly minted diamond. I mean, maybe, just maybe what Moses has said, as clinical and as true as it sounds, maybe it really works. So Laura, I want to bring you back to this call. Dozy as well. Those are great students that have gone under the works with Moses. But Laura, I want to bring you up and just kind of speak to the reality of some of this, and then we'll just start to wrap up, and we'll bring back the guests, and they'll wrap us up. So Charles, can you cue Laura? And Laura, speak to some of these things you've learned, some of your experiences with Moses, and how this has translated and has made you one of the newest diamonds we have in the company. So Laura, go ahead, please.
Wow. Incredible speaker we have today. I really want to say we should be grateful and happy and excited that we now in Africa, we have people who go beyond just the money, who go to the real impact, which is the mission. Because when you hear Moses, my brother, my friend, my mentor, talk about the power of VVF, you need to understand that's what took us so far. We are 7 years in relationship. It's important to understand I met Moses at his very, very first beginning. I remember 7 years ago. And when he even told me about the journey that we need to embark on in Pure, I denied him for 7 months. But one thing that he was brave at was persistency. He was persistent. He was consistent. And it's important to understand, some of us, when someone tells us no, we give up. Some of us, when we have a little objection, a little rejection, we feel we can't do it anymore. But Moses was consistent. He was determined to have me on board, and he puts me on his vision board. I am pretty sure, I know him. He put me on his vision board, and he said, this dude, come sun, come moon, he's gonna be in my team. And he did everything to be in my face. And it's important that we understand that our determination, our vision boards, our goals are literally what sets the standard. And, you know, Dr. Ben, when we look at network marketing in Africa, we fail to understand that, yes, we cannot be dreaming all the time about how network marketing has evolved over there in the US or in other countries. But it has been able to evolve like that because people have thought about network marketing not as a business, but as a selling model, but as a model. And that's what I think Moses is trying to let us understand. Network marketing should not be seen as a business, but should be seen as a solution. So whether you're having a problem, you know, difficulties in building your social life, difficulties in building your relationships, it's important that you understand the place that value brings on board, the place that volumes brings on board, and the place that frequency that has to do with building the right momentum, the right energy, and being consistent about the intention that you have, what it plays. And everything that surrounds you should be about other people. And that's what I've been learning with my friend Moses, you know, for the past, I remember when we got started early enough, I told him, yes, I've been coaching for years, but it doesn't make me better than anyone, but I'm ready to learn again. And I told him when I got started in November, I want to learn this thing again. I want to forget every experience that I've had before, and I want to be as new as it's my first day. And I think that a lot of people who are on the call today, you need to get to the point where you say, I need to do something different, because that's the only way you're going to have a total different result. If you want to see the power of the VVF work in your life, you need to get to that point where you understand that it's up to you and only up to you that things are gonna be able to change in your life. If you do not take the responsibility for wanting something bigger than what your situation is actually selling to you on a daily basis, you will not be able to see the value behind the opportunities that come your way. Some of us do not really understand what leverage is all about. But it's important that we get to the point to understand that when we have leaders like Tombra, Batable, we have Dr. Etuk, we have Moses Egbiremhon as a leadership, closing and breaking the records in Africa and hitting the rank of Chairman Black Diamond. We have the likes of so many great leaders like King coming up on board and showing to people that leadership can be what we are seeing. We all have experiences. We all did not start on Monday and became successful on Monday. We all were not all accepted. I remember my first global meeting, Dr. Ben, was the Jump Off Conference in Lagos. I remember it like it was yesterday. Moses trusted me, and he has always trusted me, and he had always let me understand. He always told me, you are the best and you can be the best. And that's something that each and every one of us should understand. You need to learn how to surround yourself with people who challenge you, people who motivate you, people who see who you are and who you want to be, and accompany you every single day by doing it. I saw him doing it in my way. I affected his life, and in his own way, he affected my life. We are a team. We are in partnership. No one is working for each other, but together we believe that we can change the world and impact the world, and that's how we get better every single day. So when you are on the call like this, free your mind of every experience. Free your mind of every bad negativity. Free your mind of everything that you've learned through your courses in the university, and accept the fact that network marketing could just be that next profession that could help you break through, because it is a breakthrough opportunity. And if you do not see it being a breakthrough, you cannot break out from it, because it's important. We are meant to succeed only if we decide to serve the gift that is in us, to identify the opportunities before us and literally lead through it. So that's my perspective. And I am very grateful to God about what God is doing through Pure and what God is doing through the leadership in Africa, because I am damn sure that we are giving birth to a new generation of leaders and entrepreneurs in the whole of Africa, and I wait what's going to happen in the next 5 years. Thank you.
That's amazing. Guys, this is a testament to everything Moses has spoken about in this training. It took him 7 months to recruit Laurel. Today, Laurel's a diamond. Think about that. 7 months, but he stayed consistent. He made up his mind. He was intentional because he knew that in every person, God has gifted something really special. Hey, John and Tressa, bring us to a close, but think about it. 7 months, he stayed focused. He stayed on the journey. He was consistent. How does this work? I mean, I know John and Tressa, Charles, can you unmute them? I know you guys have such experiences, but what I've done today, or what Moses has done today, is to put it in front of all of us to let us know that it is possible and that everybody can be chairman. And he didn't just do that. He showed a seed he had planted, which was Laurel. Laurel spoke about the 7 months of famine it took for Moses to bring him on board. And here we are, Laurel is diamond. So John and Tressa gets, please just kind of wrap us up and just try to make sense of waiting 7 months. Charles, can you unmute John and Tressa gets, please? Can you speak to me about the concept of waiting 7 months to recruit one person? You know, that just blows my mind. So bring us to a close, please. Thank you very much.
Absolutely, Ben. Well, thank you for asking us to close it out. And I just got to say, Moses, congratulations, sir. Our hats are off to you. Chairman Black Diamond, amazing. It took us 18 months to achieve at that rank. And Laurel, you brought it home with the slam dunk. I mean, everything you guys are speaking, you guys, I have pages of notes. They dropped so many golden nuggets. I hope you realize that. And Moses, that thing that you used by Bill Britt, I have a vase sitting on my counter. That's what kept me going. I kept flipping the rocks. And Dr. Ben, you know, I have a couple sayings that I want everybody to write this down. You know, 7 months to find a laurel. How many rocks are you gonna flip until it happens? Now, here's the nugget, you guys. You can come on these trainings, you can take pages full of notes, but if you don't put what you're learning into action, you're not gonna get the results. If it is meant to be, it is up to me. Get that saying down in your spirit. If it's meant to be, it's up to me. Now, you know, what I want you to know is I just did a Sunday night training call for my team. And what we talked about is when the vision is clear, when the vision is clear, the results will appear. Do you have a vision board? You know, this isn't just, we don't just say these things because it's fun and games or it sounds cute. You have to be pulled towards your vision. Are you speaking to your vision? Do you have your vision written down? Do you have pictures of your vision? Are you making it plain? Are you looking at them every day? Because the word says that my people perish for a lack of vision. Look up the definition of perish. It says die. Look up the vision of die. It says die. So, you know, is your vision clear? Do you know where you're headed? Do you know what you want? Do you have it in front of you? And always remember, this is a numbers game. I knew that if I kept flipping enough rocks, if John and I just kept flipping those rocks and flipping those rocks, eventually we would find the Moses and the Laurels in our organization. And it is the same thing for you. Eventually we would find the Dr. Atuk and the Amy Perez's who are in our organization, and the Dr. Toyans and the Dr. Rays, all of the people out there, you guys. It didn't happen the first day we started. We didn't find what we call a runner the first day we started, but we knew that we knew that we knew that it was a numbers game. And Moses, Laurel, you said it right. No doesn't mean anything, but not now. And sometimes, you know, it takes on average 7 times, you guys, 7 times you have to approach somebody. So what I would tell you is, remember, if it's meant to be, it's up to me. And numbers don't lie. Are you checking your gauges? You have gauges here to see if you're going in the right direction. So Africa, pure Africa, we are so excited for you, for everything that you're doing, for all the lives that you're changing. And I promise you, the wave is just started. There is a huge wave, a tsunami wave coming of pure. Grab a hold of it. Don't let it swallow you up. Jump on board and ride this wave. So Dr. Ben, I'm going to turn it back to you.
Wow, thank you so much, guys. This has been an amazing hour and a half. I mean, what a way to start the week. What a way to set ourselves up to go out there and just be impactful. Guys, this is the best opportunity you can ever have. I mean, you've heard from people who have lived it, people who breathe it, and people who continue to do it. Now is your chance. Now is your opportunity to go out and be the change you want to see in the world. Go out and be impactful. We are looking forward to celebrating you. We're going to hear from another incredible speaker next week, Kaz. Kaz is amazing. Evans was amazing last week, and Moses, you just took it to another level. Guys, so thank you so much. Next week, we're going to hear from 2 leaders from South Africa. We're going to get Kaz and probably Matt. They're going to present to us so we get the South African flavor. Don't forget, Cameroon is open. Kenya is open. We got bank accounts ready in both countries. We are super excited. Africa is pure. Africa is ready for business, and you are pure. So go out there and live a pure life. So thank you very much and have a wonderful day. Charles, thank you.
I'm no Elvis, yeah, but I'm yet to rock and roll. I told that one, tell me, yeah, shut my Bobby Joe, cause I got this energy.